I could say the hardest thing I ever did was I had sex with a married chick, and then I kind of knew, but I just looked the other way and kept doing it. True story.
I mean, it's not.
Alright.
Because, bro, I found the lines
You guys ready?
on her floor, and I was like, whose is that? She was like, my brother's. And I was like, whose army uniform is that? She was like, my brother's. I was like,
not only am I down, I've been feeling broken. I will never ask for help, my emotions never open. I bury them inside, I'm just always floating. I'm up on cloud 9, I'm hoping you can notice.
So, 3 guys tonight is live from Cloud 9. I go by Young Pyramid.
Swagatron 5000.
It's your boy Ultimate Dusty here, and today we got my brother, a local producer. You wanna tell him about yourself? What you do for fun? What's your deal?
I produce and I work.
Where do you work?
I work as an electrician apprentice
Okay.
in Denver. It's located up in Denver, but
Hold
we
up.
have
So you commute all the way to Denver every week?
no. It's we have a job site up in Larkspur.
Where the
So
hell
you
is
commute to
Larkspur?
Larkspur. It's like
Where's-
right
That's like
past
almost
Castle
to
Rock.
Denver.
It's like
Yeah.
30, yeah.
Is that past Castle Rock?
From here, it's like
It's
45
past
minutes.
Monty.
Okay.
How many times a week do you have to drive up there?
5 times.
Damn.
This man.
I mean, I have to drive up there and then back. So
Is it good money though?
yeah.
Alright,
I mean,
I
right
guess
now.
that's all that matters.
Yeah, it's worth the drive. I mean,
Right.
yeah, Marie could be driving all the way to Pueblo every day. It's like,
That's
That's
facts.
true.
just
Does she
different
take the
direction.
back routes?
Sometimes. Lately, she's been feeling I-25. The back roads get kind of sketchy, especially when she be like leaving, like
Definitely at night.
early morning or late
Yeah.
night. It's like
Yeah.
can't see nothing out there. What's the point? Like,
Yeah, that's true.
so yeah, what do you do for fun? You just make beats?
I could.
Okay,
yeah,
yeah, I
I've
see on
been
the
seeing,
Snapchat.
yeah.
Yeah, you be grilling.
How you not gonna bring us some food today,
No
dog?
samples,
I
bro.
mean, could have.
You sampled the beat, you couldn't sample the food.
Dude, yeah, this would have been the sample episode. What?
I know. Samples galore.
I have a lot of fucking.
Cook-off challenge?
Really?
We could get
Yeah.
another cook on here, and you guys can have a cook-off challenge.
Bro, that'd
That'd
be
be
sick.
tight.
I'll do it.
I'll join in on a chili. I made some fire chili.
I made some queso. It's pretty bomb.
Oh,
This,
so-
this man, it could not have been that bomb because he does not like cilantro. There's no cilantro
Oh,
in
you
this chili
No.
or in this.
You put cilantro in queso?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You
who
put
put
cilantro in anything.
No, like,
I don't put
you
it in
like chop
queso.
up like jalapenos
Queso.
and throw it in that queso.
Yeah.
That shit
Like
fire.
tomato.
Maybe if it was salsa, but
Yeah, I guess.
Salsa.
Yeah, sauce
Yeah,
is more of a
salsa.
cilantro thing.
True.
I'm not the cook here. All right. I make ramen, gourmet ramen.
Yeah. What do you
Hard-boiled
put in
eggs.
your gourmet robin?
So how long have you been producing for?
for about 3 years.
3 years.
I mean, I don't really do it for local artists, but
Now you
I
do.
just do it for.
No,
myself.
now you do it for local artists. At least me. This man has sent me 5 beats already, so you'll be hearing some music from his beats soon.
Yeah, so speaking of music, for those of you watching later down the line on YouTube or on the live, this man got his computer here, taking up the entire table.
When you have a fucking 2 foot by 2 foot table.
Hey man, we're not expecting people to bring their computers, whole ass desktop.
Podcast, right?
I mean,
At least it doesn't have a tower and shit.
yeah, that'd be so whack. But yeah, so the reason he brought his computer is we're gonna have you make a beat. All right,
The
so-
beat challenge.
Yeah, the beat
Drop
challenge.
the beat.
You want me to just go?
All right, so
Wait, can you do that one more time?
yeah, what you got? All right, so now every time we have a producer on here, you gotta
I
make
gotta do
that's
that
the beat
beat.
challenge noise.
The beat challenge.
Now you have to sample that sound.
You was recording that, right?
No, I don't
Oh.
have a microphone. So.
All right, tap into this one. We got you. So yeah, we're gonna give you like 15, 20 minutes, like get into the heart of this.
And the
This
challenge
podcast.
is he has to come up with this 6 beat while we interview him.
Yeah, so it's kind of like the hot ones, but for producers, they're making beats instead of eating hot wings.
All right, so I guess that's the go. This man cheating. He already got beats made.
Well,
It's like this man's cheating.
Dude, you're discrediting our guest already. Just because he's
Hey,
your
man.
brother don't mean you gotta roast him all the time.
No, that's exactly what it is. This man.
This man tried stuffing me in a locker with Malik.
Bro,
Yo,
Malik can't even fit in the locker by himself.
No, Malika Dustin tried to show.
Yeah, we tried to show this man. You know,
Not like
I thought you meant both of them in a locker.
hey man, we didn't get you in the locker though.
Okay.
You act like we would have locked you in there. It was the fear in your eyes. That was the whole point.
Bro, I didn't even talk to my brother when I was in high school.
Dude, I'm still a little upset.
I talked to Marcus more than you
know.
did.
Dude, yeah, our senior year when he was a freshman, they had this thing in the yearbook. It was like siblings at Mesa. We deadass didn't know about it.
Yeah,
like I just saw it in the yearbook and it was like.
That was the
siblings.
same with me and my sister. Because she was a freshman when I was a senior, they didn't put us in
They
there.
didn't even put
like-
me in the senior yearbook.
Because you didn't show up most senior year.
The end of senior year, like the last 2.5
The
months.
whole last semester you were.
I was there.
You met Kelly in what, like November?
October.
And you were like a month in, you were never there because you were hanging out with her
Bro,
every
I
day.
passed first semester with straight A's.
No, you didn't.
Oh God.
Was he in remedial classes?
AP stats.
Alright. I didn't even take stats.
No.
Bro, fuck stats.
I mean, I could imagine. I never took it.
They introduced I as a number. It's an imaginary number.
That's like.
That's
That's
like,
not just
No.
stats. That's like.
Then they said 2 plus 2 could equal 4. It could also equal 5. No.
What?
No,
What
it
the
can't.
Yeah, what stats were you doing?
yeah, no, so
Because stats
alternate
is
dimension
all
stats.
stats is all based off of, like what's it called? Data. So like, yeah, 2 plus 2 in normal math equals 4, but if the data shows that it equals 5, in stats it could equal 5.
What data just shows that?
Bro, that's what I
Like,
said.
bro, the data here shows 2 houses this side, 2 houses this side. That's 5 houses, bro.
I was confused too.
That's ridiculous.
It was a
Alright.
mess.
So
We're
yeah,
gonna go
back
off
to the
track.
point. Yeah, I'm gonna roast this man because he's.
I
my
mean,
brother.
I did say like every week that this is an open roast session, so I guess I
Yeah.
can't fault you on that.
Yo, if you guys have any questions, either for any three of us, hit us with it. If you have any questions for Nick about his producing or about his life or cooking, throw some questions out there. We're going to be on here for about an hour. Might go a little bit over, might go a little under, you never know.
Cool. So I think we're gonna talk about July, just an entire recap. A lot of stuff's been going down. I don't know where you guys want to start that with.
Honestly, let's let Nick discuss some stuff about July.
Yeah, what's going on for you in July?
July, nothing really, just cooking.
Okay. You been following like anything in the news that caught your eye? Like any albums? No movies?
I mean, Logic just dropped the album, so
Okay, yeah. What'd you think of that?
it was decent. Not like his other albums was, not like Under Pressure and
Or like his old stuff?
Incredible True Stories is best, in my opinion, but that's just me.
I don't know, I prefer his mixtapes. I like Turn Up Bobby.
That's true.
Bobby Tarantino.
Yeah.
His trap type stuff. I don't know.
That's why, like, on that new album, that song Perfect, that was my favorite song. That song kind of bumps.
Because it does.
It just gets, that boom
I
trap.
just like the story that the Incredible True Story told.
Yeah, but how do you guys feel about Logic retiring after this album?
I mean, I think it's a good move for him, personally.
Yeah, it's on.
I mean, if his
with
music
that,
was...
with the Twitch deal.
I mean,
would too.
honestly, I don't think he should retire completely. Like, maybe take some time off, or
I
focus
feel
on
like
his life.
If he's going to get
But-
stagnant, though, what was the point?
Well, yeah,
Staying
but
in
so
the
like
game?
take some time off, but like
Well, see,
6-7 years down.
How
the
many
road.
artists retire and then come back a couple years later? So he could always make a comeback, but I understand
But,
why he wants to
how many
focus on,
artists
like, his kid.
announced they're retiring? Like just
It's something new, I guess.
I don't know. Yeah, I get what you're saying, though. Like, if he truly did retire to focus on his kid,
His
his kid's not going to be a kid
kid
forever.
forever.
You know what I mean? Like, even like when they become a teenager.
But he is like in 30 already, so I mean, by the time his kid gets old, he's gonna be like,
is he
no one wants to see him come out like
Dude,
45.
that'd be tight,
trying to
though,
rap.
dude. Imagine that man coming out on tour with a cane.
He's like 60 years old.
Yeah,
still.
that'd be sick. I'd watch it.
But yeah, that was a decent album. What other albums came out last?
I don't know. You guys were talking about that Kyle album. I finally listened to it.
What'd you
I'm
think?
not a fan.
That's what I'm saying.
I wasn't even
all right?
It's
the
definitely
features per se. I prefer his older stuff, and I just feel like I'm stuck in liking.
Beautiful Loser.
Yeah,
Okay,
Beautiful
coming-
Loser was fire.
Okay,
But Light of Mine was fire too.
a lot of mine
That's
is
alright.
is a really good album setup. It's set up perfectly, the way it flows together, the way Yachty plays the conscience and helps fit everything together is wonderful. But Kyle, he dropped 2 songs before. Well, Yes is on there. Yes, I don't personally think should have been on the album because it's like a year
That's the
old.
thing is like a fourth of the album he released before it even came out.
Yes came out literally
Like 6 months ago.
after Light of Mine, like right after Light of Mine, and it was
So like a year
cool.
ago probably.
So he dropped two songs off of there, Bouncin' and What It Is. Both of those made it seem like he was going to the old school Kyle, going back to like the Beautiful Loser Smile type of Kyle, you know, when he was more like rapping a little bit and then also like throwing some singing shit on there, you know. Then he dropped the full album and he has Tyga on there, who his verse is trash, garbage. Like it doesn't fit the song in any way, shape, or form. Too Short should never be
This
on
man be hated.
any album ever. No, that whole song is garbage. Then Trippie Redd and Ian Dior on the song. That song's not bad. Like it's an alright song. I feel like he's trying to do too much with too many people though, and it's like just clashing. And so I think that's the big problem there. If he would have just stuck with like Mr. Man as like one of the main features and maybe had him on a second song even or something like that instead of all of these features, like Rico Nasty being on Girls when like, and her verse, it like starts off where she's like talking about how she like likes all the, like she likes dudes and she wants a dude, and then it goes to she don't need no man. Like how are you gonna flip the script like and just contradict yourself? So that's my take is Kyle killed almost everything he did on that album. But forcing these, like getting these artists to try to get clout is where I'm like,
You don't need to
why
do
did you
that.
just do that? Like I feel like
Yeah,
he's
see,
trying
I mean,
to.
I don't hate on the features as much as you guys, but just the entire album as a whole, like I definitely prefer Kyle's old stuff. But I feel kind of bad about like saying that because like I know a lot of artists they're like, well, if you like my old stuff, go listen to my old stuff, and like I can respect an
I still
artist
do
changing.
listen to those.
Yeah, it's like I can respect an artist changing and like adapting and doing what kind of music they want to do.
But-
it's just I don't like the music that they want to do.
Yeah,
so
that's what
like,
I'm saying. Like
I'll go
yeah,
bump the old stuff.
you
And
don't
if you want to
have
keep
to-
progressing, like you can go get other fans that like it. But
Yeah.
I mean, I'll still support you, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah, like you don't have to do your old stuff all the time, but like if he didn't have his old stuff and this was like his first album, it would not have been that good. So
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
true.
His old stuff is kind of what propelled him into be able to make the music he wants to make now.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't.
Doesn't mean you have to support him.
I feel
because
like he
like-
always made the music he wanted to make, but why is this one so much different than all the other ones? Like most of his albums usually have like a theme to it, and the songs kind of correlate. This one, I feel like it was just like every song like had nothing to do with the others. Like it was all random. There's like a bunch of
playlist, not an
songs
album.
he had just sitting. He kind of just threw onto an album, is what it seemed like.
Mhm.
But I mean, it's not the worst. I'd give like a 6, but that's
What
just
you think about the Kyle album?
I haven't listened to it yet.
Okay. What's your opinion on Kyle in general?
I mean, he's overall he's a good artist. He makes pretty decent music. So,
What's your favorite song by Kyle?
honestly, that one.
I Spy.
Sex and Super Smash Bros.
That
Mine is
one.
probably Oceans.
Mine's not I Spy. I was just making a joke.
Oceans is probably mine, but I think that's just because that's what put me on to Kyle.
That's fair. Yeah, I Spy, my favorite Lil Yachty song.
Hated.
Lil Yachty
Hated.
has some good songs.
Uh,
Hey Julie's better than I Spy.
Alright, that's fair. It's just
Yeah,
I like Lil Yachty on that.
his verse was cold,
it's
but
it's a bop.
I feel like Yachty gets so much hate because he's in the mumble rap category.
But he's not even that anymore. Like the thing about Lil Yachty is he's evolved. He's
He
changed his
definitely
style. He's not rapping about shooting guns. He's rapping about more of like
like
the
shit
upbeat,
that he
happy-
actually
yeah.
be doing. Yeah.
Alright, what else was happening in July?
Juice dropped an album.
Yeah, I feel like we've
His
talked about
team.
his album previous weeks, but honestly, I've been listening to that album more and more. Like it's probably like my go-to album now recently.
Yeah, it's
And I
easy.
remember when we did that first week ranking, I had X above him. I think Juice slid above X. That album made me go like listen to like other albums, and I don't know. That man's talented.
For real,
His
dude.
freestyling is sick. his.
I feel like everything he did was sick. Like every song that he like rapped in different ways, but it worked like every single time.
So like they like talk about how he would like go over a beat like multiple times
And
like,
just like pick which one you
yeah,
want.
like
yeah.
I'm wondering they definitely had to have kept those verses and stuff, right?
Right.
They need to release like
The
I don't know
alternate
if they would come off in bad taste, like they're trying to cash in on this man, but like I
The
don't know,
fans want it.
it'd be like just a remix. Like it's
Even-
like he remixed his own song.
So if
Yeah,
they wanted to put it out and not make it seem like they're cashing in on it, they could put it out and do it for charity.
That would be
That's
tight.
true.
But I want to hear his
Especially, like-
other hits on these songs.
Well, supposedly his like team and family and stuff, they said they are trying to work to where they can construct an album and release one every year for like the next 10 years.
Well, yeah, because
That
he has
would
like
be
2,000
sick.
songs recorded.
That's
So because they feel like the best way to honor him is to keep his music legacy going as far as they can, because that's what he would have done if he was alive. Like he wouldn't have just stopped making music all of a sudden. So that I feel like that's. I wish Mac Miller's family would do that. I get why they don't want to, but I also feel like he would.
I haven't heard about
want it.
Juice being such a perfectionist as Mac. Like I heard Mac.
Oh yeah, Mac.
Like he would
Yeah.
have to.
He's sitting on like thousands of songs, but it's not just because he did love making music, but it's also because he released the ones that he felt were perfect for the time being. Like he was like every album he felt like the world like needed it at the time, so that's when he would like drop it or that because every album he dropped kind of had a different style, and that's what I don't know. I could talk about Mac for days, so we should probably stop about that one.
So to finish up the music for July, Eminem and Kid Cudi dropped a song.
Oh yeah,
It was
Did you guys
pretty
listen to
good.
it?
yeah, I like
That
that.
song's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
You haven't listened to it? So Eminem snaps on it.
Yeah, and I've been very disappointed in Eminem for like the last 10 years, but
Eminem does snap.
he went off on this song all minute. It's probably his best verse since like early 2000s,
Yeah.
I'd say. Kid Cudi always snaps though, so.
Yeah, Kid Cudi's always nice. It's nice. All right. Sports though. Sports are coming back. We got NBA. They started July 24th, right?
July 30th. The
Oh,
scrimmage game started the 24th, but the official game started the 30th.
LeBron dunked on the whole Clippers team.
Yeah, but then they lost last night, so what's up?
I'm not a
they
Lakers
lose
fan.
to?
I just
Toronto.
I
Kyle
see
Lowry
some-
went off last night. He had like 33 points and 16 rebounds. But that's in August, so we're kind of going past this subject.
But and then the NHL came back. I guess that was the 1st of August too, because that was yesterday. But
I don't even be watching NHL.
no,
But-
me neither.
Yeah,
just
I don't
know.
think I've watched a hockey game since Joe Sakic was a player.
That's a
Now
long
that-
time ago.
Now that man's like a GM or something.
Yeah.
Like-
I know baseball started a few weeks ago, but they're having a lot of problems. So
Yeah,
I feel
the
like
whole team's getting
yeah.
corona. Yeah.
I feel like if like one more team has an outbreak, they're gonna shut the season down again.
I mean, you can't play games and if each team has to quarantine for 2 weeks,
Then that's
like
just
how
gonna
long?
put a halt. Yeah,
how
they
long
might
is
as
they gonna
well.
let the season go?
They might as well just wait till next year. But
I'm just seeing like MLB. You got way less players than NFL or college football. I don't know how they're gonna
that's what I'm
control
saying.
this.
Like
at
11
all.
dudes on each side, plus all the dudes on the
So there's
sidelines.
53
like,
people on
Yeah.
on a football team, not including personnel,
Yeah.
water boys,
Yeah.
all that. And then in college, there's like on average like 80 people on a team.
Yeah.
That's
So, I know they're being optimistic about it, but I really don't think they're gonna be able to, honestly.
I've seen some ideas about like if they wanted to do a bubble, they could do it down in South California because there's like 5 stadiums around there.
But see, that's tough because on any given Sunday, there could be like 10 games going on at one time.
But
It's
like how they said they would do it is you got the 5 stadiums, and then at each stadium you would have 2 games with like a break in between.
Oh, yeah.
So like you'd start one game, and then the next team like they refit the field, like fix it up a little bit. Then the next team would come in, they would play, and then if you include the Monday night and Thursday night games, then they should be able to make time for all the teams.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
I mean, there's a way to do it. It's just how can you pull 50 players?
Did anybody start a timer for this, man?
I mean, I got a timer on the GoPro. You got the timer on the live too.
Yeah, I just do you know what time we had him start?
I mean, we was like 5 minutes in maybe.
Yeah,
5,
so
I think.
Yeah.
getting down to crunch time.
Yeah, we'll give you 5 minutes, man. 5 minute warning on your beat.
5 minute mark.
All right. and contribute to the conversation, man, because that was part of the challenge, my dude. What
I
you got
don't
about?
watch sports.
You don't watch sports? What do you
about
watch?
UFC?
Huh?
You watch any UFC?
I mean, only when people invite me over.
Did you watch any UFC in July?
Uh,
You saw the ending of that Jorge Masvidal fight, didn't you? Oh no, you left. We was over at my grandma's house and was watching it.
yeah.
But this man left early.
Well, I have a baby.
Did you watch? I feel that. Did you watch the rest of the card though?
Not really. We were kind of.
I mean, Will was chilling outside a lot. Yeah, honestly, it was more my our stepdad and uncles watching it.
So what do you do when you're not making beats or work?
Or cooking?
Sleeping.
You don't
Yeah,
watch.
that's
You don't
good,
watch
that's
TV or play
I
video
work in the
games.
sun 8 hours a day, so I
You'll be sleeping a lot.
What kind of movies you be watching?
don't really watch movies.
You
I've
don't
been
put on
this-
Netflix?
I've been on this show called Grimm.
Graham, what's that about?
It's like these. It's like kind of like Twilight, but
What?
it's nowhere close to Twilight.
So how is it like Twilight but not? Like,
Because they like turn into monsters.
Okay.
And this Grimm that can see the monsters, but only when they want him to, I guess.
Okay.
So they like let themselves be seen by him?
Yeah, so there's like regular people and then like creatures called Vestins, and they turn into them, and some kill innocent people, and
some are
don't.
like heroes.
No, not really heroes.
So
but
kind
just like
Kind of sounds like Supernatural, kind of.
yeah, kind
Okay.
That's tight.
Was that on Netflix, Hulu?
of. Prime Video.
Prime Video.
I'd never be hearing about Amazon Prime.
I know.
Like video, Prime Video.
My mom uses it.
They
I mean, if you
Fire on
got
it?
a Prime membership, then you got it. But I swear nobody just be checking it out.
Yeah.
I know they got like the first 4 seasons of SpongeBob on
This man likes SpongeBob. Like,
Yeah.
there. Who, me?
yeah.
That's like the best show ever.
Do you want to get into some UFC?
Yeah, I feel like you're the resident UFC master.
Yeah, we can talk about some UFC. So, we had the first card in July, which was the pay-per-view, had 3 championship fights on it. I was honestly kind of disappointed in this card. I feel like
Was that the Masvidal one?
yeah, I feel like ever since these like fights restarted, people aren't going as hard as when there's fans. And I don't know if it's just because there's no one to put a show on for in front of them or what. But
I don't know.
like,
I don't know if I've seen that. I feel like
there's been way more decisions lately than usual. Like
I feel like just as a trend in UFC, there's been like a gravitation towards the decision more. Like fighters are like they're getting a little bit too conservative. But I don't know if that has anything to do with the virus. I think that's just more the trend of UFC. Like it's almost like, I hate to say it, but it's almost turning into like boxing. And there's like a reason why I don't like boxing. It's because
they got
like,
people fight to not lose. Not
yeah,
to win.
yeah, you're not going for the win.
Man.
Like people you're just conservative. They just sit back
Yeah.
and tie you up if they're getting trashed.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. That's just my take on it, but
That could be it.
So the Max Holloway fight, that one was very.
He got
entertaining.
ripped off though.
Yeah, but that was entertaining. I mean, that
It was a good
Yeah.
They
fight.
fought the whole time. There was like a
Yeah.
lot of action.
I mean, the first 3 rounds of the Jose Aldo fight were entertaining too. They were going
then
back
he
and
broke
forth.
his rib. Well,
He hurt his rib, and he just kind of went like he got tired, and that's always been, especially in the latter part of his career, Jose Aldo's cardio has been trash.
I just remember that man was such a beast. It's
Bro.
so sad to see his
Yeah.
decline, man.
I think it's because the training camp that he goes to, they be doing like full contact sparring, so he's pretty much fighting before he fights. So it's like
I'm pretty sure it was Jose Aldo, like back in the day, he gave this dude a big ol' hematoma on his
Yeah,
head.
Mark. That was
shit
Mark
was
Hominick.
Yeah, that shit was so crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I remember watching that fight, and like part of me was like, I really want this man to pop that, like punch it, but part of me is like, dude, don't hit this man in the head.
Yeah. That's like, he used to be so crazy. He got away from his leg kicks. I feel like that was one of the biggest downfalls. Like if he just hit people with leg kicks, because he has like the best leg kicks ever.
Well, even in the fight, who did he fight? What's that dude's name?
The last one,
Yeah.
Peter Yan.
Yeah. So even in that one, he like started the.
Yeah, and they were working, they were
Yeah.
hurting, and then he just stopped, and then that's when he started losing. But I remember when he destroyed Uriah Faber's legs, like that. They had to carry Uriah Faber out of the cage because that man couldn't walk anymore. He killed that dude.
I don't mean to butt in, but you got 10 seconds, bro. You got a
10
fire
seconds.
beat for us, man?
That's the most simplest beat probably made in a while. So
I mean, is it fire, is the question.
Is it something that somebody can spit on?
This man Derek is going to freestyle.
Trap type beat kind
Bro,
of.
how you gonna start a freestyle challenge for local rappers but not participate?
Because I can't.
Don't
be
you
in
have
the
a
challenge?
bro? You can totally be in the challenge. Me and Christian will run it.
That's biased.
Dude, we're not gonna vote for you if you're ass.
You're probably not gonna vote for me if I'm good.
I would if it was tight.
Yeah, we're unbiased here.
I mean, I'm biased about sports and stuff, but I don't care who wins a beat challenge.
True. All right. Well,
Yo.
10 seconds is up. So
Yeah, what's up? What you got for us?
we're gonna hear this beat challenge.
Yeah, and I think how we'll run it is since we didn't even really get to the interview portion, we'll give you another crack at it. So after this beat, you gotta go make another one.
He's like, I didn't make
The whole podcast is just gonna be him making beats.
Well, I mean, at least through the interview. I feel like we can get up into the interview here in a second.
That's true.
Like, cause I feel like that'll be a little bit more challenging.
Bro, we got one. How do we got one dude watching when we're both watching?
I don't know, man.
The live's not working no more.
Oh.
No, like it's not working for us. We gotta just cut it off. Start doing the only podcast.
I mean,
Sorry guys.
cool. All right. Is it gonna play?
I should play right through this.
All right, cool. What you got?
All right. Here it is. The
Most
beat.
simplest beat. All right.
Stand by.
This man did not make a beat.
What if it's just like, Dusty's a bitch?
I'd be like, how did he record that?
Y'all watching on the live, rate the beat.
It's not bad.
Yeah,
That's pretty fire. Get it.
I'm not spitting.
Pyramid. Pyramid. Pyramid.
I'd be stuttering too much. Just spit live.
I feel like this is like that like slow night driving kind of mellow
like
beat.
chilling.
Yeah, you just vibe in after a long day at work.
I felt different.
Oh, what was you thinking?
More of like a go ham.
I feel like you get the right verse on it, yeah. But
Maybe like a slower hook and then like a nice little quick verse.
yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
Nice little jig.
Y'all post in the comments what you rate the beat.
So yeah, from what I've seen from your beats, you kind of go a little bit like more mellow. You ever made like a turn up beat?
Yeah, I'm like,
Let me ask you, how do you make a turnip beat? Like turnips like grow from the ground?
Yeah.
And turnips and beats are two different things.
Yeah, they're like two different types of vegetables.
I'm aware, man. I'm the resident gardener here. I'm aware.
So why did you
I
ask
was
him about a turnip beat? Have you ever like crossed turnips and beets and just made a turnip beat?
Dude, I don't know. We gotta get Dwight on here. Dwight sure would know.
He's the beat connoisseur.
That's tight. No, that's not. It's not bad for 15 minutes, whatever we gave you. Honestly.
Better than I can make.
Yeah. When he was like, "Yeah, it's a simple beat," and it started going, I was like, "Oh, that's simple." It took me like 2 weeks, and it wouldn't even be
it
good.
only has like 6 sounds in it.
Sometimes you don't need that many
Yeah, that's
sounds.
true. I don't know. I've seen some videos of like dudes be making beats. Like they're like, "This is how I made like this beat," you know. And it's like the simplest thing. It's just like they just add a bunch of like effects and stuff to it.
Right.
Like, oh yeah, you just gotta reverb this shit.
Beat making is just like layering other sounds with other sounds.
Mm-hmm.
So, is music what you want to make your career? Like, is that your dream career?
Yeah, I mean, if I can get there, but if not, probably be in journeyman's electricians.
Right.
Either way.
Sick.
Nice. Dude, so I don't know, you guys want to finish UFC talk or you want to interview this man?
I'm cool either.
Me too, I'm cool. I mean, I don't really have much to say about the UFCs because I only watched that first one.
Yeah, I watched the Whitaker fight. That one was pretty alright.
It's pretty good.
I mean, I feel like he kind of was in control for the most
Yeah,
part. It
he
wasn't
definitely
like a
was.
battle.
But I heard that Darren Till tore his ACL in the second round.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, that would explain
What,
what
he kind of
happened.
slowed down?
Who was the dude who had the armbar right before that? It's the big man.
Fabricio Verdum.
Yeah, I asked you that like multiple times. That man is cold though. Like, that armbar was sick.
He's one of the best submission practitioners like ever in MMA. Like he submitted Fedor Emelianenko, who was
undefeated.
Yeah,
13
and
years.
that was his first loss, and he was known as like probably the greatest fighter in the world at that time, especially the best fighter to never be in the UFC.
That. And it was a submission in like a minute.
Yeah, he literally like charged him, and like Fabricio pulled guard and snapped a triangle on him like right away, and he was mad as hell. You could tell he didn't want to tap. The tap was just like fine, fuck it, I give up.
That's funny.
But then after that, his career kind of went down.
That's fair. And then right before that was the Shogun fight.
Yeah, that fight
sad.
was it's hard
too
seeing
old,
guys
man.
that used to be like so good just like not know how to call it quits.
Yeah,
especially
I mean,
Shogun's talking about like, oh, I think I could still get to the title. I'm like, bro.
Did he win that fight?
Yeah,
it wasn't dominant.
No, huh?
Who'd he fight?
Lonog.
I wanted Lil Nog to win just because he
It was his
admitted
last
that he was
fight.
retiring. Yeah, I wanted him to go out on a high note, but
Yeah.
it just wasn't in the cards.
Y'all need to watch in August though, because there's some good fights coming. So
What's
we can
coming
do
in
a better
August?
recap. Well, I mean, we got Stipe DC3, probably the biggest fight in heavyweight history. So definitely have to watch that one. But yeah, we're gonna go straight to the interview portion now.
Do you guys want to hit those questions real quick? So,
Oh yeah.
this man Troy Blue asks, "Is tomato soup hot fruit smoothie?"
I mean, I guess technically tomato is a fruit, so.
I mean, is ketchup a smoothie then?
Is it cold fruit smoothie?
He said, "Is it a hot? Could a smoothie even be hot? Is it still a smoothie if it's hot?
Because
Or does it
smoothie
become
is
soup?
isn't consistency what makes a smoothie? Because it's like
Thick.
almost frozen, but
But
not
you can have like
frozen.
a pasty soup. It's like thick.
That sounds disgusting.
I don't know. Like,
When
I'm not saying it would be good.
But
I'm just
listen,
saying
when
it could
tomato
be bad.
soup gets that little film on top, that film is disgusting.
I don't like tomato soup.
I don't really either.
I only eat it with grilled cheese.
And I barely.
I
eat
prefer
cheese.
ramen with grilled cheese.
Bro, you just put ramen with everything.
Ramen's good, man.
Let me ask you
It's
this:
turn up food.
ramen on a piece of bread that has mayonnaise on it. Are you eating it or no?
No, I don't like mayonnaise.
Is it cooked or is it just?
It's weird. I don't like
Ramen's
mayonnaise unless it's with.
It's
tuna.
gross either way, but I just wanted to know.
I've watched this man's do it in my house.
This man said,
Dude, you remember our sister? She would have this friend over. I swear this girl put ketchup in cereal. Do you remember that? I don't remember. I don't remember. I swear
when I
she
was-
put ketchup in cereal.
When
man.
I
It
was
gross.
younger, somebody tried to do a vegan glizzy, but instead of putting the actual vegan glizzy, he just got the hot dog bun and put ketchup and mustard on it and ate it.
So it was no glizzy. It's
It
a
was the
glizzy.
glizzy
Hold the
bun.
glizzy.
It was the glizzy bun, dog.
the
And
glizzy bun, the
So
glizzy
it's
holder.
just bread though. Like,
So it was the glizzy holder with peanut butter and jelly.
ketchup and mustard.
Where did I get
peanut butter and jelly wouldn't be bad.
Yeah,
It's
like,
just bread in a different form.
yeah, that's like, oh, I ran out of bread. Let me just grab this hot dog bun real quick.
It's a glizzy holder. How do y'all feel about glizzies? Let us know in the comments.
Troy Blue says, What's your verdict, Troy? What's your opinion? Anyway, didn't somebody ask a question to the Instagram?
Yeah,
Our favorite spots.
Favorite local food spot?
You guys have
So-
got a good one.
Mine used to be King Chef.
King Chef definitely was.
Sadly, they had to close down after the coronavirus started. I was deeply saddened. Right now, my favorite place, Roll Up probably.
Say something different.
But that's my
I'm
favorite
gonna say
place.
Roll Up.
Well, you can't have the same favorite.
I know one. There's East Coast Delicatessen downtown. That place is fire.
Where's that at in downtown?
It's like right in the heart of downtown, like next to the Thirsty Parrot.
What a horrible location. I don't want to go downtown for any reason.
It's
I'm
good
gonna
though.
be working downtown at the Roll Up once it opens up.
I mean, downtown's not
I
bad
just-
in the
And
middle
it's
of the
popping
day.
down there.
I don't like going because it's popping.
It's not popping all day. It's only popping at night. In the day, it's fine. I mean, it's alright, I guess. But or skirted heifer. That shit's fire too.
Yeah, I'd say my favorite is this place, Marco's Salsas down here in Fountain. It's like a little hole in the wall. If you take Mesa Ridge Parkway, like all the way down past the Come and Go, and you just keep following that. Eventually, it's gonna be on the right, next to like this Quickie Mart, this liquor store, and this barber shop, and it's literally super small. Like their like entrance area is like probably as big as this little like studio we got set up here.
Like Ohio Avenue.
No, it's a little bit. It's by Comanche
I honestly
and
couldn't
Lake.
tell you.
I think it's right off of Lake.
I know how to get places. I don't know streets.
Yeah.
But I think it's right off of Lake. So if you're going down Fountain Mesa, there's a stop. So you go through CNS, that light, and then there's a stop sign. You go through that, and then it's like you're not. So like you're going, and there's a right turn to turn onto Comanche, and it takes you to 85, or well down there I think it's called Santa Fe at that point. But then you go one more over, and it's Lake Avenue, and there's the Quick Mart.
The barber shop, the
Yeah.
liquor store.
I've never actually been in there, but
Oh yeah, it's real small. They literally have like three of like those seats, like just fold out seats. And there's like a little table, but you can't eat there. Like it's all to go or like carry out.
Is that because of the virus, or has it always been?
It's always like that. There's
It's
just
just
no
too
room to
small.
sit.
Why they got the chairs then?
So you can sit and wait for
wait.
your food.
Oh, that kind of sounds like Wild Bill's Buffalo Wings. It's like
DP
uh-huh.
or DP
Well, Wild Bill's
It's
is
just a
like that
sitting area.
small too. It's like a
Okay.
little sitting area right next to the window. There's technically a ledge there that you could eat on, but I don't think anybody does.
Yeah, but this place is like real small, but they're super good. They got like family meal packs. You can get like 20 tacos and like salsa and stuff, with salsa and chips, and it's like $30, $35.
I swear, last time I said Wild Bill's Wings, y'all thought I was lying. I
I seriously thought you was talking about Buffalo Wild Wings. You just saying it's stupid. I was like, okay, moving on. But,
All right, what about you, Nick? What's your favorite local spot?
Probably Luna's Market. It's
Right off
I
Academy?
heard about that place.
Yeah.
what kind of food they got?
Mexican basement, yeah.
Yeah.
I heard people keep telling me to go there, and I'm always like, oh yeah, I need to, and I never do.
They have
It's
like
fire.
the best carne asada fries. Like,
Better than El Soup.
yeah.
It's fire.
All right.
My favorite is Roll Up Food Truck. It's off of Big R. What the hell?
I don't know.
But right off of Fontaine and Security Boulevard by the Moblo Coffee Shop, and it's in the Big R parking lot. They're opening up a shop downtown that's gonna be like a sit down. You can like dine in. So they serve mainly like breakfast and like early lunch foods, tacos.
Brunch, bro.
No, it's early lunch.
They even say brunch on the menu.
Sometimes.
How does it say sometimes on the menu?
I know sometimes brunch.
Exactly.
Shut that up.
But yeah, so Roll Up, check it out.
All right, so going along with Troy's question, we had another question. It was called, what's the horniest thing you've ever done? Shout out to my boy Aaron Daly for this great question that we're all so excited
You said
to answer.
it was called. We had another question. It was called.
All right, well, since you're introing the question, what you got? Swagatron 5000.
So I guess I would have to say I hooked up with this married chick. I didn't know she was married for sure. I had suspicions. I should have just called it quits, but it wasn't confirmed, so I thought it was all right.
How'd you know she was married? How'd you figure that out?
How'd I officially figure
Well,
it out?
like, what was the signs?
Well, first there was like a Lions jersey on the ground. I was like, "Are you a Lions fan?" And she was like, "Oh no, that's my brother's." I was like, "Oh." And then there was an Army uniform next to her own bed, and she said, "Oh yeah, that's my brother's too." I was like, "Why is your brother's uniform in your room?" But I don't know. Guess I was naive back then. But then I officially found out because her husband messaged me on Instagram.
Was that awkward? Or...
He wanted me to meet him up somewhere. I was like,
So
bro.
you get shot?
Yeah, I was like, I ain't trying to get murdered right now, but yeah.
That's
All right. Pyramid, what about you?
All right, now the question here is: are we talking horny or freaky? Because there's
What?
I don't want to get in. I
Because,
don't
like,
want
if
to
we're talking,
distinguish
like,
the difference.
during,
The fact that you have to make a
but
difference is
during sex or what? I don't
Just
even
like-
know.
you were so horny that you did something that like
But I don't.
you regret.
That I regret.
Yeah.
Wait, why does that have to be something you regret?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be something you regret.
Because it's not a bad thing to be horny.
If it's not something you regret, how you just like, man, I was too horny when I did that.
It could have been great, but
Okay,
you were still
whatever.
too horny. But I don't know.
I'm not gonna get into the technicalities. What you got?
I don't know.
Bro, this man is gonna plead the fifth on this.
No,
The
you gotta-
fans need an answer.
Yeah, our fans need the
Alright,
answer.
one time during sex, I used a vape juice bottle
Oh,
as
hell
a toy.
Bro.
Don't recommend it.
Bro, you realize that like gets like in contact, like you can like nicotine overdose on that shit?
What?
Yeah, like,
Was she
like
she was cool with it?
She wanted it.
bro, I'm not even gonna
10 out of 10. Don't recommend.
Yeah, we don't condone his actions. Do not do this at home.
Yeah, I just wanna go on record and say I hate this question. I'm not gonna lie.
It's the dumbest question ever.
I mean,
We do
this was
this
to
for
be
y'all.
expected. You even told people to try to trip us up on our questions. Like,
Yeah.
this is your fault. So
Okay, but I didn't expect this.
yeah, we should have made this a family podcast, so that way we could just say no.
This is a strictly political podcast.
Stop. Anyway, I guess mine is not really a specific thing. It's just in general. Like you ever just be watching like porn and then you get that nut clarity afterwards, and you're like, "This? Why was I watching this video?"
See?
Like you just begin on some weird stuff. That's probably mine.
You were
I'm not
young.
gonna get into the specifics
I've
of the
actually
videos.
never done that.
You never
You
had
watched
post
them.
nut clarity? This man.
I guess he just down.
But who? But see, my thing is, I think it's weird if you're just like clicking on a porn video and then you're just watching the full video and like watching the you
Yeah, who
know
watches the whole
my
thing?
little brother.
Oh. I thought you were
How do
saying
you know this man
watch
watches
my
the whole video?
He talks about it.
Oh.
He watches it for the plot.
Bro, I like the
He's
plot. I'm not
lying.
gonna lie, dude. The plot's kind of. I like the plot.
You
sometimes.
like just the delivery boy coming over and like I got you a
You know what's
pizza.
funny though? They don't even have like that video. Like,
I know.
like there's like 5 videos.
All right,
and
you
it's,
like
such a.
you like the pool boy standing outside and the mom comes out and
They don't
like,
do that either.
Bro, this
you
man
like-
does not watch it.
you like the,
These
you
are like
like the-
cliche porn things for you hear from movies.
you like the stepsister going into the room.
That's
and
like getting like weird. You ever see who's that dude? Who's that one? The dude who's always like doing the Kyle videos.
Trevor
Trevor
Wallace.
Yeah. That one. He has a video about that where he's like a 911 call operator. Apparently, this guy's stepsister gets stuck in the washing machine and he calls 911 and he's like, my stepsister's stuck in a washing machine, and they're like, haha, very funny, sir. Go have fun. Like, it's just so funny.
Oh, hell no.
So what plot do you?
I'm not getting into specifics here, man. I just sometimes like plot.
He's like, I ain't ratting myself.
You
out.
like the neighbor coming over and having sex with the wife while the husband's away at work?
What? This man got so like oddly specific like plots. I'm not getting into it. I'm pleading the fifth.
Alright, low key, this question turned out funny, so.
All right, what's your horniest experience, Nick?
I don't really have one.
Nope, you gotta make one. I had to say one. Just any. He literally said post nut clarity from watching porn. You could say anything. In high school, I mean, with your girl now, I don't know if you guys are married or not, but whatever. Just, what's the horniest thing that's happened?
You watch stepsister porn?
You were making beats and your girl got out the shower and
No. I mean,
Yeah, I'm making beats, I'm about to beat cheeks.
oh god.
plead the fifth on that one.
Who hurt you, Derek? Look at that.
It was you. It was you, Troy.
Oh, I was like me. Bro, Troy, you remember when you sent this man home in the ambulance?
What happened then?
Huh?
What happened then? How did you get sent home in the ambulance?
Yeah, how did I get sent home in an ambulance, Christian?
Because he was Troy was shooting us with a BB gun. So Derek was like, "Hey, stop that!" and like took the gun from him. Troy mollywopped this dude, threw him down the stairs, curb stomped him.
Oh my god.
Oh, look at that. No, they just got in a fight in Troy's kitchen, and then Derek went home, and then Troy's mom told us not to talk about it. That was about all that.
So this man wasn't in an ambulance.
And then there was a rumor.
Well, there's a rumor around
So,
at school
people
that Troy
heard
sent
that
him home in an
we- yeah.
ambulance. But
People heard me fine. People were asking if I got sent home in an ambulance
from a hangar?
from a hangar.
Oh, he's saying he aborted you. I think.
Anyway, man, we got our guest here, my brother Nick.
He won't answer the horny question.
Yeah, he's playing the fifth on that question, but I mean, I got a couple things I just kind of want to dive into. You guys got some interview questions for him, too?
I got a few.
All right, cool. So I don't know. We kind of touched on it. I don't know if we did, but this man is a father now.
Yeah.
So I'm like the best uncle in the world now. So that's cool. Got that going for me. About to spoil the hell out of my niece. But has like becoming a father like influenced your music at all?
Or
Or
took,
change, like,
or took a
dynamic.
toll on
My
making
work
music.
ethic, definitely. I
It
mean,
made it better or worse?
better for sure.
Oh, really?
Because you have something to grind for. You have a purpose.
So that leads into my question. What are your goals with your music, and how do you think you're going to try to achieve them?
Well, my goals would probably be producing from Derek for the most part now.
Lit.
So,
You join us out the hell?
I mean, not really, not yet at least.
You gonna give this man an official invite?
Hey, just let him make his own decision.
Do you guys like have like a weird like cult initiation?
No.
You guys should. I mean, you guys are south of hell. Like, if you guys don't do cult stuff,
But listen,
You gotta
we're-
eat 50
we're south of
glizzies
hell.
in 10 seconds.
We've said what? Glizzies?
Eat 50 glizzies in 10 seconds.
Okay, Christian says that because he ate 50 glizzies in 10 seconds because he wanted to be the manager for South of Hell. And after we did it, we cut him loose for being so sus. But
Bro,
then
if you don't have a glizzy gobbler in your group, then
he messaged me and said, "I've been training my throat."
Wow.
I don't even remember.
you know what's
how
sad?
that-
I don't know
that
if you
shit
guys are
went.
serious or not.
No, I have a screenshot. It
But
says,
the
"I've been
context-
training my throat."
I can't remember the context of it though.
That shit was
What were we
hilarious.
talking about?
There's
before?
no
I don't
context.
remember.
There was. We were talking
I
about
do-
like.
I really don't remember. I just remember I've been training my throat.
My goodness.
I can't remember what we were talking about.
If you guys are on my live, my phone's at like 7%, so it might turn off. Good luck.
Bro, this man didn't even record.
It was
have
at
his phone charged.
50%, dog.
I guess I can't complain when the laptop died earlier. Anyway. Alright, you got some questions
Yeah,
for
what you got?
the future
Alright, yeah.
producer
So-
of your making work?
So, talking to you a little bit, you said you never really like sold your beats or anything because nobody really worked with, like actually made music with it. Now you got some people that will. I mean, I already showed you that one hook that I got for somebody. I got one hook written for that Juice World type beat you sent me. I got another hook written for something. So now you're working with some locals. Who is like artist that you want to work with like outside of the local scene? You know, like who's the biggest artist? Like what artist do you want to like actually produce for? And if you say Rush, you're leaving.
My
Say
brother's a
Rush.
Rush man, so
I know.
yeah.
I mean, Russ, he's his own producer, so I can't produce for him.
That's a lie.
I mean,
He doesn't produce all of his beats.
Not all his beats.
Exactly, dog. You could produce for him if you wanted.
Telling this man his dream for him.
No, but he said not Russ because he's a he produces his own beats.
So now Rush.
Let's see. Probably. I don't know. That's a hard one.
I mean, if you could name your top 3 favorite rappers you'd want to produce for.
If it's like because you think it'd be cool to like chill with them and like while you're like producing for them, it would be like a good experience, or because you think they would just demolish your track, you know, whatever.
I don't know. Probably Drake.
Why Drake?
Because, I mean, he makes good music that I like. So.
So this man's just gonna blow you up, basically.
No, that's
That's not for cloud.
Yeah,
That
you-
payday would be real though.
any payday would be real. Any major artist would be real.
True.
That's why I said outside the local scene, because you don't think, oh, I want to go work with, you know, some random local. That's my main goal. You want to be able to work with these artists that are you listen to.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Did you ever watch like The Cave with Kenny Beats? He like brings artists in. It's like real cool. He like brings artists in. He like makes a beat on the fly, and then they like just go spin
They
over
go
it.
and like freestyle
Yeah,
over it.
it's so tight. You should check it out, dude. Like they kind of sit down and like the whole like they talk about the music making process a little bit.
Zach Fox kills it.
Yeah, Zach Fox. Do you know who that is? He's like a comedian. He used to have a show on Vice where he did like funny news skits.
Yeah.
But he started trying to rap, and him and Kenny Beats made one called "Jesus Is the One." It's hilarious. It's like one of the funniest songs ever.
Jesus is the one.
He actually can rap, but he's just goofy with it. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
What's that his name? Fox.
Zach Fox.
Yeah.
Zach Fox. Alright.
Yeah, he's got
R.I.P. Betty
him
White.
and Kenny Beats made
She
that
ain't dead
one,
yet,
and
but-
then they made a song called "Square Up" where he literally talked about fighting the manager at his work. It's hilarious.
Okay.
I feel like anybody can relate to that one. I've been wanting to fight my managers all the time.
I've had like good managers throughout my like work history. Honestly.
You don't work where I work.
I mean, I'm not saying I do. I'm just saying like I kind of like my managers.
There's
like
some managers that I liked, but like our upper managers.
When he worked at Domino's, he wanted to fight his GM just about every day.
Probably. He's like, bro, I can't get Sundays off. I'm about to
that. I quit so quick. So quick, I quit.
All right. So another one. How often do you make beats? Like how many hours a week do you put into actually producing?
Well, that's part of the song too.
I didn't know. I thought this man was just saying he got depression.
So,
Sorry, what was he saying?
How many hours a week?
Probably like 12 hours a week.
Okay, so like a part-time job.
Yeah, pretty much.
How do you just like know 12 hours?
I mean,
I would
it's
say
not-
like how
it's not
many.
really
Well, no, I just mean
accurate.
like how many
Yeah,
hours a
it's-
day would be like more appropriate.
Do you work on
No,
them every
because
day?
it might be
No,
different.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. All right. I just feel like
Some
that'd be hard
days I
to
get
gauge.
home and just pass out.
Did you got any like producers that you like? I don't know, look up to and you like appreciate the kind of music they make? Or?
Probably like Scott Torch.
Okay, well, who's he like produced for? Like
A
what?
bunch of fucking artists.
Alright, what like you got a song? Like I've never heard that.
I've never heard of him either.
What's his name?
Scott Torch.
Scott Storch. Torch.
Scott, like what? Okay, Scott's Tots.
Scott's
Exactly.
Todd's torch.
All right. So if it's Scott's Tots Torch, just like the worst episode of The Office, it was like
But he's the best producer from The Office.
that makes no sense. So I don't know. You know this about me. I'm a big Denzel fan, and he works with Ronnie J a lot. What you think about Ronnie J?
Not really listening.
You listen to the Juice album, right?
Mm-hmm.
He produced the Conversations song.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that song? He also produced like Ultimate, probably Denzel's most popular song, or at least most meme potential song.
So as a producer, did you know that when you produce a beat, you're listed as one of the writers
No.
if you have your tag?
Well,
So like that's what a lot of people don't understand. So like MGK had a Ronnie J, right?
Yeah.
Ronnie J beat, and he goes, "Ooh,
It's
Ronnie."
Ronnie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
So-
got a couple.
so,
Ronnie
like-
J, listen up. And
So when you throw that tag on, you have to be listed as a lyricist because you have words on that song. So when MGK dropped his diss track against Eminem, he is listed as a lyricist, and people were like, "Yo, he had a
didn't write his
ghostwriter,"
own, yeah.
but it's just a producer. So like when you see those types of things, or like if it says featuring like DJ Mustard or featuring like London on the track, like those are producers. Those aren't actually artists, but they have their tag in there, and they've built their credentials enough to keep their tag in there on these like mainstream artists. Because sometimes you won't even hear a tag because those beats are coming from like people who don't have their credentials.
That opens up another question. Do you want to tag on your beats, or are you like more against
I mean,
them?
eventually, but right now I don't have one.
Do you got like ideas for it?
Well, not really.
Do you just go by your real name, Nick Race,
Well,
is producing,
just my
or
last name. Really.
you just
Just
Race?
Yeah.
That's
I
a
mean-
Snapchat.
What is that?
That's a Snapchat. It's just race.
This man stole. I was looking to get that.
Nah.
Nah. What? I got a
My
question.
name is N-Race.
What's the deal with you going by Austin Race on Twitter, man? This man trying to jack my swag.
Jack your swag?
Yeah, Austin Race.
That's my.
Yeah, it's his middle name.
It's not
Do
my
you
fault.
have your?
His middle name is Adam.
But yeah, my point is like he's trying
It's
to get
not
close
my
to
fault.
Dustin. There's one letter off.
I think you're stretching there.
I don't know how am I stretching. There's one letter off. Anyway. So how would you do your tag if you had a tag?
Probably just my last name just echoes out.
That'd be tight. You could like if it's just race, you could like play off of that, like I'm running the race or winning the race.
My voice, I want it to be like a female singer voice.
Yeah, but she could be like winning the race.
Nah.
He's not that dumb.
I'm not a
Or like,
musician. I don't know.
race.
I don't know about that one.
Ooh. This is like Chavo Guerrero. So.
Oh, Chavo. Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, so I mean we're kind of nearing like what, an hour here?
40 minutes or something.
We're like 55 minutes.
Whew, man, last
Yeah.
time I checked, we were at like 30.
Yeah, so do you have any like beats that are like easily accessible that you just want to play a little sample of? Give people a taste of what you got.
I sound like Juice WRLD type kind of.
Do you have that on there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
you
get a
don't, I
preview.
mean, if you're uncomfortable, you don't have to. I was just.
This is a 3 Eyes, 10 Guys exclusive.
I'm so pissed you just did that.
Yeah, just because.
This is a 10 guys, 3 eyes exclusive.
10 guys.
10 guys in a hot tub. It ain't gay if you're 16.
10 Eyes, 3 Guys, or 10 Guys, 3 Eyes. Like,
Everybody's blind. You got like 3 cyclopses.
No,
Right.
remember we're attached at the hip, so we're basically like
Oh yeah, shout out to you guys check out Escaping Pod.
Yeah.
Yeah, Escaping Podcast. It's on Apple Music. There's
White race.
he said white race in the building. It should be your tag.
Nah.
Oh, hell no.
yeah, but shout out Escaping Podcast on like Apple Podcasts. We were on their most recent episode, getting shouted out.
We're joining their network.
Yeah, definitely check them out.
Escaping Network.
We're on their network now, so big things coming from us and them. Check us all out.
On the network now, including us, 3 Guys, 10 Eyes, there's the Escaping Podcast, which is the like head of the network, and then there's also Yo, What's That Caption? All right. So while he shows us that, are we going to get into this list? Or are we just not going to talk about it? Cause
I feel like we could. We'll just after this, we'll just ask him about his favorite artist. We can talk
Alright,
about it a
that's
little
fine.
bit. I feel like we're talking about bypassing the ranking system this week, but
If you guys like the rankings, let us know. If not, fuck you. Bro, it's just
this is way better than that 15 minute. Is this the one you're gonna hop on?
That's tight.
I showed you this.
You did. I'm trying to hype it up for the podcast. Let me do what I need to do.
Nice.
So when do you think this song will be done?
I'm going to record the hook on the 10th.
And what's the name?
I don't have a name yet.
Alright, look out for I Don't Have a Name Yet. Coming out on platform soon.
It'll be on the Cloud9 EP.
Oh shit. So
Sponsored by 3 Guys, 10 Eyes.
See,
I could actually throw the logo on the cover art.
that'd be tight. Yeah, Marika's still finishing that up. She's been busy. Working. That oh.
Oh, I didn't even
Yeah,
see
so
that.
here's a little thing. You guys can see there's a blank canvas. Can you pause that? Fire beat though. But there's a blank canvas up here. So we are now in the Cloud9 studio. Got this. We kind of want to pimp it out and everything. We got the blank canvas. So if you are a local artist and you want to throw some art up here, we'd love to fill this wall. Get local community, up there,
Artists, musicians, if you want your song featured on any of our podcasts, we'll either start or end the episode with the song. We could even do 2 songs per episode, start one and then it dies.
Yeah. Anyway, they'll see it on YouTube. But yeah, you want to get your art up here? We got the blank canvas. We'll get you up here. That way, when you guys watch these episodes, you can see art and build up the community. I think it'd be real cool.
That's one of our biggest strides we're trying to do is build up local people in our community. I feel like there's so many talented people that they don't really have a way of getting their art out there, and we want to have a good outlet for that. So anything you got, send it our way.
Yeah, for sure. To finish up, we were gonna do a ranking segment with Nick's, like some of Nick's favorite artists, but I think we're just gonna like talk about them real quick. So I don't know. Do you want to go through your list?
Yeah, you want to go?
Just start down at like I don't know.
However, just start with your favorite artist, or
I don't know. Or you want to work backwards? Or,
yeah, however you want to do it.
Just get it over with, I guess.
We'll just take like 5 to 10 minutes on this, and then
yeah, we'll wrap it.
wrap it up.
Yeah. What
Well,
you got?
Unfortunately, me and Nick don't know how to wrap it up, and we both have kids now.
Well, my favorite artist is Russ because he helped me through a lot.
Did he just say his favorite artist is just nobody? He has no favorite
I
artist?
guess so.
Bro, he's getting real with it. You're gonna...
I know. All right, why?
Because he helped me through when my dad died and everything. So, I mean, I've been following him since I graduated, so
And when did you graduate?
2017.
Youngin. Yeah, I like Russ. Marika kind of put me on him. Like, she was on his SoundCloud when that dude had like less than 1,000 likes. Like, she saw his blow up like real quick, which is kind of crazy. I'm not a real big fan of his like newer stuff, to be honest. Like, what was it? Fucking There's Really a Wolf. That album. That album's like real tight. I like Fuck It, I'll Do It Myself. That song's tight. I don't know. I don't hate on Russ as much as you guys.
So before I knew who Russ was as a person, I heard I'll Do It Myself, and that song's not bad. But Russ as a person is a complete and utter trash. But I won't get
What's
into
your
that.
opinion on his music?
Let me tell
I
you,
will not listen
why
to
do
it.
you hate him so much?
Right, because it's just...
I hate how much he hates on other artists.
So
He like...
and he's a
like,
hypocrite.
I get that, people shouldn't be doing drugs and all that, but the fact that he like puts them all down...
Especially
makes,
since
like,
when
kind
he
of-
was going through college, he was a drug dealer. Like, how you gonna deal drugs and then talk shit about people who do drugs? Like,
Alright, what are you talking about, though? You talking about that shirt that said that?
no, he literally went
Well,
on
I know. He says
and talked shit about Lil Peep, dog, after Lil
Alright.
Peep died.
He wasn't really talking about him, though. He was just talking in general.
In general, but it...
It's not.
It was bad timing, for sure,
It
then,
is
if he
bad
was just
timing,
talking in
but-
general. I don't know. I mean,
So
I don't like his music. I've heard a couple of his songs, and it's just not my thing.
I do think he's a little corny, but a lot of people are corny nowadays. I mean, that's just how it would be.
Yeah, I heard that Young Pyramid guy. Corny as hell.
Bro, he can't even rap.
I mean, he wouldn't freestyle over a beat, so
He wouldn't, no.
he's not a rapper. Who you got at number 2?
Hey, one of the most
Juice
successful
WRLD.
rappers wasn't a rapper.
Juice WRLD too.
Juice WRLD Fire. I have him at...
We've talked about Juice WRLD just about every podcast now, so...
Yeah, he's number one on my list out of these guys, so he's probably my second favorite artist ever. So
I got him at 3 on this list.
Oh, I had him at 2. Yeah, like I said, he steadily moved past X.
I still have
Yeah.
X over him, but X is just different to me.
fair enough, we all have our own guys.
Yeah.
Alright, what we got next?
Nipsey Hussle was my next one.
See, I never really, I don't know, it's because he rapped kind of old school, and I've never really been into that. He's good, and what he did for his community was crazy, but
This man said he's never been into old school.
Tribe
Growing
Called
up,
Quest does not
coming-
rap like old
bro,
school.
coming all the way through high school. Since I've known this man, Tribe Called Quest has been...
Tribe Called Quest doesn't rap like Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre and all them.
Alright.
See, the reason I had him kind of low is just because, like, I've always preferred East Coast over the West Coast.
Over
Like,
West
especially when you get, like, into the older styles, you know?
I feel
Like,
that.
but I'm not denying this man's talent.
Yeah,
You
he
know,
was
yeah,
good.
he had-
It's
he had
just not
style.
mine.
And
It's just
he
not-
had a good message. He was really trying to change the world.
Yeah, for sure. It's just, yeah, I've always been in the Biggie over Pac.
Yeah,
Not
me
gonna
too.
lie, yeah.
I don't really like either of them, but if I had to choose, I'd choose
You don't
Biggie.
like either?
I don't know though.
I'm not a big Biggie
NWA
or Pac fan.
NWA
Like I said, I
coming
wasn't
out of
really
Cali
into
was
it.
nice.
NWA was nice.
That's my man Biggie, bro.
But like 50
Kicking in
Cent
the
from
door?
New York.
I mean,
Yeah, 50 Cent. Yeah, but that's East Coast. Yeah,
Exactly.
East Coast.
I don't know. I'm back and forth because Kyle's West Coast and Kyle's one of the top 3 artists on any given
I feel
day.
like West Coast is like and East Coast has definitely changed throughout the years.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, it's
I mean,
like
rap in
that
general.
era. Yeah, it's that era. It was like definitely more of a battle.
All right, at number 4,
J. Cole.
J. Cole is definitely one of the goats. I mean, his style.
Yeah.
I've been waiting on this man and his Kendrick Lamar collab since high
It
school.
won't happen.
Never happen.
It's just as much of a myth as Childish Gambino and Chance, and they've actually made music together. J. Cole and Kendrick don't really get on tracks together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta shout out Marika. She definitely like I listened to Cole, but she definitely put me on him more. Like especially KOD, like that. I love that new album. Especially that song 1985. Like how you gonna diss people by like uplifting them? Have you heard that song?
Yeah,
He's like, I hope you have success.
It's
and
almost
I hope you go on tour and like.
It's like almost directed straight at Lil Pump, like
Yeah.
almost like straight at.
I just think it's super funny. It's like, man, this dude is really like coming at your throat and telling you that you like have success.
Be
like,
smarter
be
with
good
your
luck.
words.
Yeah. Like
Number
that's just
5,
tough.
Kyle.
Kyle.
Kyle, he's definitely been one of my favorite artists for like 10 years almost now. So I had him a little higher up, but
I had him at number 1.
over X.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you did.
Even on the last list, I had him over X.
Fair enough.
Did you guys want to cut it at 5 or is there any? You just kind of want to
Shouts out the last 5
Yeah.
just real quick.
honorable mention him?
Alright, and then 6, I had Futuristic. And 7, I had Jack Harlow. And 8, I had Little Uzi. 9 is X. And then 10 is Black.
I'm a little upset. Everyone's hate for Lil Uzi.
He's not hating on Lil Uzi.
Yeah, he's in his top 10.
I know, but he's always like top 5 on my list. Lil Uzi be banging hits like every time.
I'm not gonna lie, on Jack Harlow, I was like, yo, who is this? And I like looked him up and he has some bangers on there. And I was like,
Yeah,
oh.
I
Yeah,
think
this-
Jack Harlow's hit or miss for me. Because sometimes I'm like,
He's still rather young in his
Yeah.
career,
Yeah.
so we'll see where he goes with it. But he's definitely got potential to become like one of the best in the game.
Yeah, for sure. You guys got any opinions on
I mean,
the other people?
on What's Poppin' on Jack Harlow, the remix, Lil Wayne spazzed. That's all I'm going to say. Brandon with New Mansion.
Has Futuristic even put out anything recent?
Yeah, he literally nobody knows.
Dude.
He's put out music since he blew up. He's been putting out music, just nobody really fucks with.
I only like
Futuristic.
his, the Greatest album.
Is that man still
Well,
kind of a gimmick lately? I
his
feel like
new-
he would just spit the same flow.
He still spits the same flow, but I feel like he
I
kind
never
of.
really listened
Yeah.
to
That man just
Futuristic.
be like, I swear he just be trying to spit fast. Does that man even have a message behind his music? Like, he's not trying to hate.
Yeah,
Just,
I mean,
does he?
So he has a song called "Nudes" with Devon Terrell. I really like that one. Waves,
It's a great story for his music.
waves. It's about a girl, dog. It's
I
like-
know, but that was just a weird. He was like, does he even have a message behind his music? We have
Yeah,
a song
dude.
called.
Okay, and then waves kind of has a message behind it. It's kind of like a love song almost. And then there's I think it's called Antisocial. It might be called Antisocial, or Because of the Internet. It might be because of the
Because
internet.
the internet is childish.
Oh,
Gambino.
nothing that. No, something. I think it's Antisocial. I can't remember. My phone's dead. But it's like basically all about how like the like you should not use your phone or your computer as much. Like you need to get off the social media and get out and like.
yeah, that's a good message.
And so like the whole album is like all about that, and like there's songs like called No Wi-Fi and stuff like that, like talking about like you're out camping, you ain't got Wi-Fi, what are you gonna do now? Like you're gonna
Enjoy nature.
well,
That's
yeah,
the point.
that's what he's talking about. Like
Yeah.
you need to actually enjoy it instead of trying to spend your whole time like in your phone, because you can enjoy it and not have your phone instead of like taking pictures the whole time or like still being on your phone and FaceTiming people and stuff like that. So that's actually a good one to check out. His new album's not bad. I'd say maybe like a 4 or 5, but it's still futuristic. Like it's the same flow and style and shit.
And then I think the only other one we really haven't talked about on our podcast in general is Black.
6 Lakh.
Yeah, 6 Lakh. That guy. He actually had a new album or like EP that dropped in July.
the
Honestly, I thought it was
Atlanta.
pretty good.
I really liked it.
Yeah,
actually.
it's
I haven't
definitely.
listened to it yet.
It's like definitely check it out. It's like what I would say is perfect, like late night, chilling in the car,
Yeah,
driving music. you
Black
know?
is definitely
like
low,
that's kind of his vibe the whole
Yeah,
time.
like-
But
chill.
what was the name of that? Oh yeah, it's 6-piece hot EP. That's the name of it.
And it
This
has
is-
the Atlanta
it's
Freak
pretty
song.
fire.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to check that one out.
Yeah, I think he's got a song on there, Float. Yeah, that song that's probably my go-to on there.
All right, but that's our time today. Nick, any last words?
No.
All
You got
right.
anything people should check out? What you got in store? Just what you got with Young Pyramid?
Yeah.
Be on the lookout for Nick X Young Pyramid coming soon.
It's Race, dog. Race X.
Yeah,
He
you
said.
ain't even listening to our guests, bro.
All right, but that's a wrap. We'll talk to you guys next Sunday. Check us out.
Appreciate it. Yeah, we've been 3 guys, 10 eyes in the Cloud9 studio.
Cloud9.
Peace out.
Yep.
Not only am I down, I've been feeling broken. I will never ask for help, my emotions never open. I bury them inside, I'm just always floating. I'm up on cloud 9, I'm hoping you can notice.